What's going on, guys? Gainz Gaming here. How we doing? Neil, how's it going? First one here. Appreciate you. We finally got to the past glory stage in KVK. Alright, let's get some chainers out here. I already have my Zhuge. I'm just chilling. 300 kilometers away. Hey, how's it going, Joe? You should be at work. I actually am at work right now. Good day to enjoy your live stream. Hey, I appreciate you. Yeah, no, I'm working from home today. So I just got off the treadmill. I have a walking desk on or like a standing desk, and I have a treadmill underneath it. And so I was literally walking for like the last 2 hours. Who do you think is winning? Can the great 2377 win again? I don't know, man. Sounds awesome. Yeah, I had to get off because I started sweating, and I was like, I do not want to sweat right now. Alright, who else can I get? I don't want to switch around gear because we have our lineup here for the home gang or whatever you call it. Probably just butchered that horribly, but I can't take gear off of these because otherwise I'm screwing with that. So otherwise I would put, I mean, I guess I could still do it. Like I would use double C. Then who else do I have? I have Theo. I think Lapu might be a better choice there. And that's 5. Am I in this? I am in this KVK. I am in 1846. So I actually am here going to be fighting. First fight isn't until next Thursday, I believe. Oh no, I'm not in 2377. Sorry. No, I'm in the in my opinion the bigger KVK with 1846, 2489, 1960, 1188, 1316, and then 1262. In my opinion, that's a bigger KVK. I mean, I might be might be biased here, but that's just my opinion. I think the only way to make this KVK even bigger is if 1093 was in it. That'd be the only way. 60 will lose to 89. I hope so. Plato's in 1960 now. So gotta hand him a loss. Honestly, chaining with this many marches is pretty difficult. 1960 is a 1-loss kingdom. Well, let's make it 2. I should probably try to limit the number of chains I'm doing at once, just so I don't lose any. But, you know, you also want to be efficient with your time, right? As I start 4. Oh crap, why are you on that one? You even did this one. Bro. That sucks. That ruined that chain. Do you guys chain? I'm trying to get back into it. I have been chaining a little bit this KVK, but since I left 1079 mid KVK, I actually came in with like half the amount of crystals that you normally come in with, and so that really screwed me over quite a bit. Because typically you come in with like what, 4.5 if you know, finished everything. Like if you got all the rewards, you come in with quite a bit of crystals. I came in with like less than 2. I think I came in with 2 million crystals, so I have to make that up. Yeah, Sin, what's up? How you doing? Don't know if I can reach this. We'll have to see. I had a super angry customer just emailing me. I was telling one of my coworkers about it, and he was like, "Oh, must be because it's Friday the 13th." I've had so many angry people today. I don't know what it is. It honestly might be Friday the 13th. People are just pissed off. And another person who doesn't have Cho. I wanted Cho, but I couldn't get him in Mightiest Governor, so I wish I had him, but I don't. If I could, I would. I've heard he's really, really good at chaining, so I hope I can unlock him at some point. That would be nice. What are they angry about? Well, so I work in sales, and at my company you can have like subscriptions, so you don't have to buy stuff consistently. And so they have a subscription. They were just asking questions about what they had in their subscription and what their charge was. So I sent them a bullet point list of, this is like the first thing you have, it's this much. This is the second thing you have, it's this much. This is the third thing you have, etc. There are like 6 things. And so then she responds and is like, you need to tell me what I have. I'm like, I just did, I can send it again. So I did like a copy paste, sent it a second time, reworded a couple things, and then she responds again in all caps, send me everything I have on subscription. I'm like, dude, I just sent it to you twice. I don't know what else you want me to do. So I took it out of bullet point format and just sent it in like a paragraph. And then she was like, finally, thank you. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I sent it in the probably the worst way possible, and then she's happy about it. Because bullet points are just so much easier to understand what things look like, right? I mean, is that just me? I have no idea. I mean, I don't let it bother me. I honestly could not care less. I know that if it was in-person sales, no one would ever be mad at me. I've never had a bad experience in person, but over the phone, over email, people are a lot tougher than they are in person. They like to think they're a lot tougher than they are in person. Not that I'm trying to intimidate people when I sell to them, but it's like, yeah, no, people are less angry in person, I'll put it that way. She wanted a simplified version. You're too professional for her. Well, that's the thing. Like, I did simplify it. That's what I was doing, is I had simplified all the words, put them into bullet points to make it easier to digest, because that's what you do. Like, you want it to be quick and easy to read, easy to understand. So it was just like X product, X price. And then the next bullet point, X product, X price. Versus the paragraph form was like, you have this, it is this much. Then you have this, it is this much. Then you have this, it is this much. And it's like, this is way harder to understand. If I got this, I'd be mad. How was the trip? It was good. It was actually a business trip. I'm a sponsored athlete on the side for a sales, or not sales company, clothing, apparel, and then a supplement company. What did you replace the Jeep with? Nothing yet. No car yet. Nothing. It was so stupid. So we found, this is just a chill stream, by the way, guys. It's just hanging out. So nothing really important going on, just hanging. But this was so stupid. So we drove to Iowa to pick up this car. Drove 6 hours there. And my wife is very particular about like what she drives. Like, not like unrealistic, but like, I don't want to drive something with a ton of damage on it. I want to drive something that I can take care of and make look new, essentially. And so we talked to this sales guy, and he's like, yep, I've looked it over myself, fine tooth comb, like, it's in perfect condition. And it's a newer car. It's a 2-year-old car, which is a lot newer than I wanted, but that's what she was looking at. So 2-year-old car. And so we reiterate, like, we don't want something with a ton of damage. So please, if there's damage on it, tell us and we're not going to come. So of course he tells us it's in perfect condition. There's no damage. And so we get there, we drive 6 hours there. We get there, there's hail damage all over the hood, hail damage all over the top. There's cracks on the, what the heck? There's cracks, there's like a smart screen, like a 10-inch tablet, basically, in the front console. And there's a huge crack in it. Still worked, but huge crack. And multiple door dings, multiple dents on like the sides, tons of scratches. And it's like, this looks like, this looks like somebody that did not care at all about their car took care of this thing. Like kicked it every time they got out, scratched it, keyed it, in horrible condition. And we're like, okay, this is not what you advertised, so you need to take some money off of this. And they're like, no, we're not taking anything off. Take it as is. We're like, you can't even give us like enough to cover some of the damage? Because we were like, we want to buy it because we drove 6 hours here. It's in our price range. And so we were like, if you take off a couple grand, we'll take it. And they were like, nope, someone else will take it and we don't have to fix anything. So we wrote a horrible review for them and don't buy a car in Iowa City. That's the moral of the story, I guess. But yeah, so still searching for a car, unfortunately. I hate shopping. Gainz, when you use Joan Primary for Nevsky, doesn't that make Nevsky's force skill useless? Let's take a look. This commander's troop contains only cav units. Their troop deals 25% more skill damage. Whenever their troop uses an active skill, it gains 35% bonus damage to skill damage for 4 seconds. So that's the thing. Are you going to get another skill in 4 seconds? Potentially. Maybe not. You're still getting this 25% more skill damage. So it doesn't make it useless. This is still a great skill, even if you don't get this triggered skill damage. But think about it. 4 seconds. If you put a rage engine on Joan, you might get that skill cycle in 4 seconds. Think about how long 4 seconds is. Right? So I would say it, like, do you have the chance of not getting that 35% bonus on there? Yeah. But at the same time, how much value are you getting by reducing your skill damage taken and your AoE taken in a murder ball by 20 to 30%? Bro, this is like the 3rd time today this has happened. I moved like 2 inches and it runs away. Are you kidding me? Don't buy a car from the East Coast, they're rusty. Oh, for real. A lot of people have told us to go to Montana because there's no rust out there. Montana and Texas are 2 good places. Speaking of Texas, that's actually where I was at on my work trip this last weekend. Just moved to Utah, so my first snow in 20 plus years. Oh, how'd you enjoy that? Dude, so I was in Texas this weekend, and I left on Friday morning at like 8 a.m., got back Monday night, and I'm from Minnesota, as many of you know, and it's so cold here. Like, we're in a winter advisory right now because of the wind. Yesterday we had like 30-mile-an-hour wind. It was a wind chill of like negative, what was it, 25? It was -5 when I got home, plus the 30-mile-an-hour wind when I got home from the gym last night. I wish I had put my sweatpants back on because I was wearing my shorts after leaving the gym. I was like, oh, I'm hot after leaving the gym, so I'll be fine. Nope. I was so cold. We don't have a lot of snow though. We have maybe 2 inches. Buying a used car is always a headache. I know. I mean, I hate buying cars in general. And it sucks that we have to get one because we liked her car. We didn't want to get rid of it. But obviously she got totaled, and just thankful that didn't kill her. So I could not care less about the car as long as she's okay. But I'm from Florida, Gainz. Oh, geez. Utah. Things we do for our family. Goodness, man. I cannot imagine going from Florida to Utah. That is pretty substantial. Yeah, I mean, I I was telling some of the guys that I was with in Texas, because I started an Airbnb with some guys, and they were all from all over the place. Like some were from New York, some were from Virginia, Texas, all over the place. And people were asking me like how cold it gets in Minnesota, and I was like, oh, it gets pretty cold. It was like 5 degrees when I left on Friday, and some of them had never felt that cold before. And so they're asking me like, is it cold? And I was like, well, it depends when you ask me, because if you ask me in, I speak, my farms are here, funny. If you ask me in like what, November, early November, yeah, it's cold. But you ask me now, 5 degrees isn't that bad. Like I can manage in 5 degrees pretty well. Do I want to be outside in 5 degrees? No. But do I feel fine? Yes. It's kind of weird. But like as you get through the winter, you start to get used to that cold. And so by the time it's, you know, January and it's 15 degrees, it's warm to me. And then by the time it's February and it's like 30 degrees, it's like, holy crap, it's summer, guys. Put on your shorts and t-shirts. Because it feels so warm. Because think about going from negative 30 almost every single day in wind chill to actually 30 degrees. That's a 60-degree difference. That's like if you're in Florida and it's like 40 degrees and you're just like, oh, this is kind of cold. Then it's 100 degrees, it's warm. So it's kind of like that swing that you get in really cold states. My dad owns a used car dealership. Woman came in with 2 men, just started screaming. Lots of drama going on in that business. Jeez. Some just return the car for the test. Oh, don't return the car? Oh my gosh. That's a felony. That does not sound legal. Let's try Theo this time. Let's see if she does better. It's 26 degrees out. 35 right now. What is it here? Right now, severe weather warning, 13 degrees. What does it feel like though? That's the real question. Because it's never the actual temperature, it's the wind chill. It's like that very stereotypical Minnesotan thing where it's like, oh, it's not the cold that gets you, it's the wind. And it's true. Yeah, 13 degrees feels like 0. Under a winter advisory till tomorrow. Yeah, Utah, you guys don't have anything to block the wind either. And the thing that sucks about Minnesota is the lake effect. So everything is just so much colder because you have the lakes. If you guys don't know, Minnesota has the most lakes in the world. 10,000, over 10,000 lakes. I haven't broken out my winter jacket yet. Usually that doesn't come out until January when it's, you know, wind chills of negative 30. Did I expertise Ragnar? I have not. I've been debating it. I just don't know. Because he's only going to be good for me this KVK. That's the issue here. Is after this KVK, I don't have a use for him. Unless I bench Guan. Which, I can bench Guan. Do I want to? Not necessarily. Will I trade better? Yes. But the murder ball is going to do worse without Guan. I just don't love the idea of taking Guan out of the murder ball, honestly. That's like the biggest hesitation. And when I look at archers, because that's what I want to run this KVK, is a 6th archer march. I mean, I'm leaning toward Asher. Guan is so annoying to face. Dude, for real. Ragnar is not squishy like Guan. That's the thing. It's like, the way you're looking at it is very different than the way I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it as in, I want the murder ball to do better. And so I'm willing to take a little bit of a worse trade with Guan to make everybody else trade much, much better, including my own marches. Versus, if you use Ragnar, yes, you're going to do a lot better, but your other marches are probably going to do worse. And the murder ball is probably going to do worse, which the murder ball is doing worse, you're most likely doing worse. So it's, you know, when you win a murder ball, all your marchers trade really, really well typically, unless you're tanking. But even if you're trading like neutral, if your murder ball starts winning and starts wiping out the enemy, all your marchers are trading much, much better. Versus if you're losing the murder ball, even your best march, even your, you know, Nevsky and Joan, even your Hugh Joan, even your Zeuge and Herman, they will trade really, really bad because you're losing the murder ball. And so that's what I'm looking at, is what's going to win the murder ball the best. It's going to be silencing your enemy, making sure that they're not using their active skill. So taking that out of the equation hurts you just as much as it hurts everybody else. You're the first YouTuber to not expertise Ragnar. I also only use 5 marches right now. So most of the other YouTubers are big spenders that use 7 marches. So if I had a 7th march, he'd be expertised. That's the way I'd put it. But I don't use a 7th march. I don't think I ever will. A 6th march is pushing it for me. Like I don't have a full set yet for 6 marches. I'm working on it, but I don't have a full one yet. Furious also didn't expertise him. That doesn't shock me. Because Furious is a low spender too. So it's I would be shocked if he did expertise him already, because I feel like there's better opportunities out there than Ragnar right now. That's not me saying Ragnar is bad, but I mean, I've made a full video on why I'm not expertising Ragnar right now. There's no way Furious is a low spender. Well, he uses full T4. But also more damage, faster lowering the enemy marches, less damage. That is a good argument, Gainz. That's definitely a good argument. But then you have to weigh how much better, how much more damage is Ragnar putting out than Guan. Is it so substantial that you're killing an enemy 30% faster? I don't think so. I think there is a difference, but I don't think there's such a drastic difference, because direct damage factor is the same, right? Direct damage factor is the same. You have the additional damage factor here as well for, you know, overtime or damage over time. Yeah, his expertise does benefit that, or does boost that, but it's not 2800 at once. It's 2200 plus an additional 600 over 2 seconds. He's got so many kill points with tier 4 and all them kill points. How is that possible? He's online 24/7. He's always online. Did I really end up? I ended up on the other side of the map. My city's here. My Zeuge is over here. Goodness. And he's stealing an attack from enemies, gives it to himself. Yeah, he has like the vampire effect, or whatever you want to call that. I feel like, Gainz, that might even be more of an argument to keep Guan then. If you're not seeing as many of him in the field, that might be more of an argument to keep him than to get rid of him. Because if you have 50 people in a murder ball, and all 50 use Guan, your enemies are going to be silenced all the time. And that's going to be a huge benefit to everybody. But if half those people take Guan out of the lineup, you're cutting that silence in half. Now, yes, you're still getting a lot of benefit, because half the people still use Guan, but then if you take 40 of those 50 people, and all 40 of those people are like, I want better trades, so I'm going to take Guan out, I'm going to use Ragnar instead, so I can trade better with this march and get more kill points, which makes sense. You know, you want the kill points. And then you only have 10 Guans. How much more valuable are those 10 Guans versus when there are 50 of them? You know, it's supply and demand. Especially with something like a silence, when you have a lot of silences, it's easy to overlook because it's like they're always silenced. But as you start taking them away, you are losing out on those silences. Your enemies are doing much more skill damage, much more AoE, dealing more damage to you, to all your other marches, to your allies, to everybody. So I think there are pros and cons both ways when you look at it. But for me personally, like, I'm looking at murder ball efficiency. And I'm not a buffer, so I'm never going to use Trajan. So for me, using Guan is good. I think that Ragnar is an upgrade for personal contribution, but for kingdom contribution, I think Guan is better. ZKX, what's up? I think infantry is in a really good spot at the moment, even with Guan, who's still decent. I just hope so bad that we get a good Cav AoE commander to pair Hugh with. I feel like we will. I feel like the next Cav has to replace William. Not the infantry William, the Cav William. I feel like that's... If they don't replace William, I don't understand how that's possible. Because we've been waiting for a replacement for William for like 2 years. And it still hasn't come. So I think it's long overdue. Hear me out, Guan, Philip, more silences. I mean, I wouldn't argue against it. William already placed by Belly P. I highly, highly disagree with that. I think in order for it to be a replacement, it has to have similar skills. Belly P is not similar to William. No AoE. That's the biggest thing. Like, William, yes, he has really good skills, but his AoE, even though it's small, it's still AoE. And in a murder ball, you're hitting multiple people with that AoE, which adds up. I still think that Belly is a bust, 100%. I feel bad for anybody who invested in him. If you are not a Mega Whale. If you're a Mega Whale, by all means, he's great. But for the average player, absolutely not. For me, absolutely not. Not worth it. Next Cav is the first 10th generation commander. Has to be strong. Yeah, there's no way the next cavalry is not meta changing. I don't see how that would be possible. In a murder ball, Guan melts like cheese. The thing is, in a murder ball, anything that gets targeted will melt like cheese. Anything. Like, you can put Attila Takeda out there. If you get targeted, you are melting. You could put Pakal Herald out there. If you get targeted, you're melting. Whatever gets targeted gets melted. So it really depends on how you play as well. I've had some KVKs where my Guan gets melted every single time I go into a murder ball. I've had other KVKs where every single time I go in a murder ball, my Guan is my last one standing. So nothing changed with the commander. The gear was relatively the same, but what changed was the enemies targeting my other marchers first. It's really that simple. How is the Guan relic? Let me remind myself what that is. Here it is. Infantry attack, infantry defense. Not phenomenal. Better than nothing, but I want to put Martel Attila in a murder ball. That's more of a city popping, let yourself get swarmed to death kind of thing. Not a murder ball situation, because you're just going to take a ton of AoE and a ton of extra damage that you're not doing any counterattack in. That's why like Pakal Herald is not a good march to have in a murder ball, because you're not doing any damage. In theory, it sounds cool, but it really just doesn't do well. The best case scenario is letting yourself get swarmed down. That's really the best way. Yeah, you want to get like 12x surrounded and then run back into a city or into a flag or something before you hit like 25% remaining. If you get in with like 40% remaining, you'll trade like 1.5 to 1 typically. Unless you have really bad gear, but you're gone with the DPS of open field commanders, true. Did you see Chisco did her counter rally with Martel Attila? Got a 400% trade. I'm not surprised. They swarm it? If they swarmed it, not surprised whatsoever. I mean, in that KVK mode, Martel is fantastic. Oh, crap. So it sucks about doing multiple chains at once. You miss out on stuff. Oh, I got competition. Alright, how many barbs have I killed? Only 400. Not doing too hot here. I think Plato was way up here. He's been chaining like crazy, dude. Yeah, 24,000 on it already. Pretty sure I saw he was going live too. I think he's maxing Ragnar actually. I also really need to get on videos for this month. Because with Rise of Kingdoms, most content creators are contracted like X amount of videos a month. For me, it's 8. I have to hit at least 8 videos a month. And I think live streams count. You can do like 2 live streams and it'll count. This is my second live stream of the month, but it's been a really busy month at work. Yeah, Plato just expertise Ragnar. Yeah, I saw his thumbnail. Also, did anybody here buy the Conqueror's Will? I was asking people about that in the Lines chat. I don't know if it's worth it, because... What did you spend your coins on? You had 11? What did I spend my coins on? That's a great question. I think I bought the helmet. I think it's on my Richard. Yeah, I bought the helmet for archers, KVK helmet, and then the KVK weapon. There's a picture that shows dollar spent per crystal. Oh, for each bundle. Hey mom, I'm on YouTube. That's funny. I always love seeing comments like that. It's so hard with like all the competition because everybody's trying to chain, but the barbs don't refresh fast enough, so you just have like a ton of people trying to chain in the same area. And it's like, you get somewhere and it's like, oh, that's already taken, someone's already there. Hence why my Zeuge is that far on the other side of the map. Okay, what other commanders do I have? Got Theo. Who else can I chain with? I could just go for Joan, but she's gonna die really quick. Who else heals? I mean, Lohar, but he's not gonna survive. What other marches do you guys like chaining with? Because I got Lapu. Oh, Martel. What? I always forget about Martel. Why do I forget about him? Yeah, I think I have the chaining tree on him right now, actually. Yeah, Shajar I have with my Zeuge. She doesn't die. That's been going for a while. Yeah, 49 battle streak. When did I start this? Yeah, I started this yesterday, so... And that's with, I think, 4111. Did you see Martel's third relic? I have not seen that. Oh, it sucks it didn't increase the health more. 15% attack. Interesting. Also, I'm being much less picky. Oh, just refreshed. Nice. Much less picky with my chains because I'm just trying to get as many barb kills as I can get. Because we have our first fight on Thursday, I believe. Is CC Theo staying alive? Mine keeps dying. It doesn't have any gear on it, so no. I also don't have a ton of tech into barbs. How do I have that much AP? I do a lot of barbarian forts. Dude, connect with this, my goodness. I think when I got to 1846, I had around 10,000. So I've been doing a lot of barbarian forts. Did it finally connect to this thing? Goodness. That took forever. All right, let's just go and get in the middle of this and then be done with that. With Artifact, you can use Hue YSG. With YSG third relic, give you more skill damage. My Martell is not healing. I probably have the wrong skill tree on then. Let's see. Probably past him. Ah, that's why. Why do I have this? I don't even use him as... Oh, actually I have used him as a garrison. Open field. Is that what I want? Probably this, right? Yeah, I think this is the best one. Zeldris, I can finally chat? Why couldn't you chat before? You use that tree too? Okay, cool. Oh, you just subbed. Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, I think there's like a... What, like a 5-minute delay or something? Well, I appreciate you subscribing, man. What kingdom are you in? This KVK will be a lot of fun. I'm excited for this. Oh, you're in 1846. Sick. Well, I appreciate you joining the live stream, dude. Oh, you're Killer Bee. Awesome. Let's take a look at your account. Jeez. Nice. Solid account, dude. I think I should be able to turn that thing. I think maybe the lowest you can go is like 1 minute. I should try to turn it on that. Because I think it might automatically do 5 minutes. After I'm done with this one here, I'll show you guys where my tech is at right now. You don't have 40% all damage boost, that's why your marshes are melting? Yeah, we just started the Ruined Crusader Fortress, so we don't have any of those buffs. I always forget about that because that does add up quite a bit. Hey Miz, do you do account advice? I have done coaching in the past. I haven't done coaching in a long time. I might have taken it off the membership option tier. I've pretty much just been doing free advice, honestly. But with like the coaching, I would do like a one-on-one call kind of thing. Do you think Theodore and YSS will get a museum relic? Probably not. I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. Also, what do you guys think about the new formation? Tercio. Basically for when you random teleport all over the place. That's pretty much it. No, because Ramses and Artemisia got their relic. After that, it's Theodore and YSS. Oh, well maybe they might be next. Maybe Theo will be better at barb chaining then. And even my Hugh is dying. He should not be dying like that. Miz, what stage of the game are you in? Early game, late game, mid game? Like what KVK? Also, I finally opened up all my VIP and gems. If your Richard is dying, then don't be surprised. My Richard doesn't really have any gear on it either. It has a couple things for archers, but yeah, everything dies when you have no tech. My Shajar is 4111. Season of Conquest, but I have a bad account. Trying to save it. Gotcha. I think if I had invested more into barb tech, I'd be doing better, but like this is what I got right now. So I have this at 1 out of 10. That would probably help quite a bit. That might be worth it, investing more into that. But I've been trying to do more into war tech because I really want to get Call to Arms 2 going a little bit more. But this is currently where I'm at. I suppose I could speed that up. I don't know. What do you guys think? A Call to Arms 1 maxed out as far as I can get it. This maxed out as far as I can get it. Of these at 3, 2, 3 out of 10. Maxing Barbarian Report means you will kill barbs faster. I mean, you'll get crystal faster. It's true. It depends on how much I can barb chain. And I just don't know if spending... I don't even know what it would cost. Like, I don't know, 400,000 crystals, 500,000 crystals, 1,000,000 crystals. I don't know. I'd have to see how much that costs to do. And then figure out, am I going to get that many more crystals with the time that I have saved? Not total, just the time that I have saved by killing barbarians maybe 30% faster. You can do that after Zone 5. That's what I was thinking. Because after Zone 5, I'll pretty much have to do those just to get continuously going through tech. Because at some point it'll stop me and say, nope, you need this maxed out. And eventually barbs will be on that list. So I think for now I just keep it, especially since we'll be getting the 40% extra damage here soon. That'll help a ton. No, it's not worth it. I didn't think it was. I only did what I was required to do to get more war tech, essentially. So now I'm just working on getting these. And the thing that is unfortunate for me is before, when I was running 5 marches, like I didn't really have to worry too much about archers because I was like, I only have 1 archer march. So I can just, you know, max out infantry and the cabs and just ignore archers because I'm getting more bang for my buck doing that. But now I have to actually invest into archers equally. Spend 1 million crystals. Oh yeah, 5,000 honor points. Nice. I do have to eat lunch here soon. See how long I've been going? 48 minutes. We'll go another like 12 minutes. Go for an hour, and then I gotta eat. And I have a college graduation ceremony to go to tomorrow, so gotta travel for that. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, do me a favor, drop a like. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe, completely free to play for you. And if you do want to support my channel financially, you can also donate. All my spending in game is fan funded, so hoping to get some donations. I'm not asking you guys to donate, just to be clear, like I'm just putting this out there. I know that we are expected, required, expected, kind of the same thing, to get the Mountain Warfare bundle. So, excuse me. So that'll be, when is that? I think Thursday? Yeah, so like, what, 5 days? 6 days-ish? Right, 6 days? I think it's always weird with the timing with like UTC time, because here it's like, what, 8 p.m. UTC time almost? It's 1:30 for me. Oh, perfect. What is this? Oh, this is a... Wait, what? Oh, that's like buying resources. I don't do that. That's what I have farms for. Speaking of which, I do have to transfer resources from my farms. Like I have this one right next to me. I don't even know how many resources I have in there. Probably 2-3 bill. Let's send that one home. Have I played Orleans KVK? I have. I enjoyed it. Whose auxiliary skill do you think is good? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I made a video on it. I can't remember. It's hard to like off the top of your head, because that's like asking whose bastion skill is best. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what level you have that commander. I don't know which commanders are in the KVK. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of variables at play with stuff like that. So it's hard to answer without more context. Why are people talking about AI in Apple's chat? What the heck? Let's see, how many emails have I gotten since I started streaming? probably keep an eye on that. Oh, only like 6? Not too bad. I was worried I was getting like blown up on my email. Does Tommy's 4 skill, which is poison, work in any other commander? Any archer commander? I believe so. Yeah, if that's her bastion skill, that would work. Let's hope I can swap my max Lu Bu in the event for swapping commanders. Oh man. Now I know why you said your account is messed up. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I don't know, so I'll put it that way first. But from the way they've talked about it, it does not sound like he would be, because he was a commander you had to buy the sculptures for. So I don't know how they're going to do that, because they said only select commanders. So they haven't really given us more information about that kind of stuff, which is kind of frustrating. I know that Shappy has asked them a couple times in our developer like contact group with like all the sponsored content creators, and hasn't gotten a response yet. I've been waiting to see that too. So I don't know. What do you mean Lu Bu is OP? Lu Che is OP. Lu Bu, different story. Miz, is your Charlemagne expertise too? Dude, did you guys know that I put sculptures into Charlemagne back in like whenever I unlocked him in KVK 2 or whatever, or early KVK 3? That was like when, after I figured out like how the game actually worked, I was like, oh, I should just restart this, because I had messed this account up so badly. And then that account got like hacked into, my Apple ID got hacked. I think it was through the game, because there were like bundles that were bought in game on all my accounts and then refunded, and they were using my Apple account. It was like a whole ordeal. I had to get in contact with Apple. It was a huge headache, and they still haven't been able to unlock my other account, my restart account. Super, super frustrating. And so like I have negative items on that account. I have negative items on this account. And it's like, it's just so frustrating that I lost that account. And so then I had to come back to this one and just had to live with the, live with what happened, I guess. I always run when Lu Bu music plays in the background. But yeah, with Charlemagne, where is he? Good old Charlemagne. I have him at 5110. I think it might show, yeah, 40 gold heads into him. At least his open field avatar is sick. That's true. You got a plus at least. But yeah, that sucks, man. I need to make sure I'm still gathering, because I'm getting crystals from this. Gain 155,000. So if you guys are not doing this yet, and you're in this KVK, unless you're one of our enemies, do this. If you're in 1960, don't do this. If you're in 1846 or 2049, do this. Because you can refund this for like 80% of the value when we go into fighting. So you might as well use it. Also, this is by far the most power I've ever had. I have stuff in the hospital, which is why it's not my top power right now, but Gainz willed up. Well, it's just like the last KVK I had didn't really have any opportunity to do any killing. Not killing, dying. So I've basically had like the last 5 months just to gain power. I killed off, I think, 3 or 4 million power just swarming stuff, because I was like, I need to kill something to make migration cheaper. And so I killed off like 3 or 4 million power, and I just got that back. So now I'm at 93 million. And then I've been waiting for bastions for training. I've been trying to get those more, just because you're getting the best value, like those are by far the best ones. Those and like anything you get keys, that's what you want. Anything you get keys. But also just being in 1846, like the amount of speed ups I'm getting is insane. Yesterday I had 1590 days, so I'm up 30 days of speed ups in a day. Just accept anything that gives Kahar Bone Whistle. Exactly, yeah. Gathering, doing Sunset Canyon attempts, doing training. Anything that gives Kahar Whistles, by far the best. Because you think about that, like, if it's gathering or whatever, you do that and you get 45,000 crystals. That's a no-brainer. Or spend, you know, some resources in speed ups to get 45,000 crystals, plus the extra you get from actually doing the quest. I did, I think, 6 training quests today, and I timed it up really well because during the training day. So I'm currently in first place there. As long as I get like top 10, that's all I care about. Really top 20. What gear am I crafting next? My next archer set. So currently it's on my Richard for chaining, but I need the glove, the chest, and the boots. And then, oh, that's the Ragnar. I was like, what is that? And then I need the not artifacts, accessories. So accessories, I have Ring of Doom and I have the Horn of Fury, so I'll probably do those again. And then I need the glove. So I want the leadership glove, which is this one. So I have enough to do it now, which is good. I got 5 more today. So now I have enough to quick forge that. Then I need the Shadow Legion chest. No, it's Shadow Legion. What? Oh no, not Shadow Legion. Dragon's Breastplate. Dragon's Breastplate. They look so similar. The Dragon's Breastplate, and then the boots, Dragon Breath boots, and that'll complete my set. So I hope I have enough materials. I think I will, but if I don't, I need to figure out what I can skip out on and still have it usable. So that'll come in a different live stream. I also need to open up everything. Like I have all these equipment chests. I have my armaments. I have Kingdom Supply chest. I have Crusader Supply chest, Treasure Warrior Queen, Compensation chest, Magic chest, supply boxes. I have tons of things. Plus keys. Once we get the new commanders coming in game, I'll open up all my keys. What's my second Archer March? Ash YSG is what I'm leaning toward. I've heard the best things about that, so I think that's what I'll be leaning toward. I was thinking about Shajar. I did invest in her a little bit already, spinning the wheel, but Ashurbanipal, you know, it's hard not to want him. And the tricky thing too is like, I mean, I don't need it this zone. I won't have the 6th March unlocked this zone, I don't think. I need to check my tech to see if I will, and talk to somebody about the Mountain Warfare, if that's going to get me enough to get a 6th March. If it does, then I will need to obviously craft my 6th March before that. But if I don't, I would prefer to be able to use like a reset or whatever. Like if I can move my Pakal or my Herald over to Asher and not have to put 700 gold heads into him, that would be ideal. But I need confirmation on that. Speaking of which, I should reach out to the developers and get an update on that. Let me do that right now. Yes, there'll be a crafting stream. There'll be an opening stream. I'll probably combine them all into their own videos as well, because as I said before, I am short on videos so far this month. I've not posted a single one because, I mean, as I talked about, I was traveling, had a business trip this last weekend. Then obviously we have Christmas coming up. I have a ton of PTO to use up at work. It's like a use it or lose it system. So I have to use my PTO. And then let's hope you don't pull a Plato. What's a Plato? Kind of curious. Is a Plato just going AWOL? Because I remember there was a time where he like just wasn't posting. I'm like, dude, where are you? I guess this is your full-time job right now. What are you doing? Speaking of which, when I end this, I'll raid him. So, I mean, you get at least 1 crit. Dude, honestly, it should be pull of Gainz at this point, because it's like, I was like less than 1 for 40. Where am I? Okay, how many do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. I have 45 legendary pieces and 5 crits. However, one of those crits, this Ring of Doom, was on the 5th attempt, so that doesn't even count. So 4 crits, 45 pieces. So that's less than the 11%. Low on resources? Dude, I have to transfer resources for my farm still. I'll show you guys what I got, like on this farm right next to me. I'll show you guys what we're working with. I just haven't had a chance to transfer stuff. So, gotta open these before I forget. So this is what I got on this account. Plus, I'll drain my bag. Goodness. So I'll drain all these. I'll open these with gold. 1.8 bill, 1.8 bill, 1.1 bill, 460 mil. And that doesn't include all these. So like these I'll open up as gold. So it's like 460, right? If I remember correctly. And now 660. So plus opening up all these. I actually want to see what this looks like. Let's just do it on this account. I'll do it on my own later, but so this is what we're looking at. We're just opening up all these. All right, ready for the spam? Watch this go right here. Wish you could open up more than 10,000 at a time. I should do this on my main account too. It's gonna take like 10 minutes. Because I have like over 2 million. You think there's gonna be more competitive Zenith since there's no longer debuffs? Yes. Zenith will be much more sought after. Goodness, that took a long time. So now, total resources, 2.8 bill, 2.8 bill, 1.8 bill, 1.3 bill, and then crystals. And that's on one farm. I have 6 of these guys. So, no, we're in a good spot. We'll be getting these as well. I need to finish these up. Probably won't be able to finish up all of them. I have to go with family tonight, so I'll try to finish up as many as I can. Oh, plus I have all these keys to open up, which is obviously a lot more resources. I have about this many on all my accounts, but I'm waiting for the new, new engineering commanders to come out, just so I can have them on each account. I mean, like, this account doesn't really matter, but I prefer to have them than to not have them. And, you know, being able to open up all those keys will be very helpful for that. So I'll be waiting on those. Do you think 5 years of speed ups will be okay? Really depends on the KVK you're in. For me, I mean, how many do I have? I have like 1,600 days. New engineering commanders are already in the chest. Wait, what? Let me look at that. I don't know that. For real? Am I just stupid? 2 epic... Bro, when did that happen? I've been waiting for this. Bro, what the... My gosh. When did these get added? I didn't even see them get added in the game. Bro, oh. Okay. I'm dumb. Yep, Philip, John, okay, yep. Engineering leadership. So you guys, John is on the Midas Governor, correct? Yeah. So where's Philip? Philip is Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And then event. So Steven's gonna be an event. Philip is the Wheel of Fortune. And then John is the Mighty's Governor. That is so interesting. That is weird. Huh. Okay. Ooh, I need that. Oh, 20 minutes. Can I do that? Oh, sick. Why do you want epic engineering? For my alt account. For this one. Speaking of which, I put out a post earlier. I have not had a chance to look at it yet. So if you have commented, I apologize for not reaching out yet. But I am looking for a new account, new kingdom, I should say, for this account. It is currently in 1079. I've already talked with Khan, the king, and told him that I'll be leaving. It's mutual. They said I didn't have a spot for them, or didn't have a spot here, and that I can stay in S until they have migrants coming in. And until then, I'll be able to collect chests. And then when I migrate, I'll just give away all my resources and then go from there. But if there are any low seed kingdoms that would like to have me come and represent your kingdom as my alt, I would absolutely love that. What commander should I pick as my second march for helping my Scipio and Luce? I would say Hugh and Joan would be my number 2. Third would be Joan and Nevsky. But I would lean more toward Hugh and Joan. Hugh primary, Joan secondary. Third option would be Zeuge, Zuge, whatever, and Herman Prime. Your alt is stronger than my main. This is an old account, dude. This is my first farm. A little over 1,000 days. But the reason why I care about Siege is because I have a Siege account on here. So I need to be able to invest into those. And I have plenty of keys. So I will have to do that. And then I'll be able to do some crafting before I migrate as well. But I know, dude, the crit plume. Oh my gosh. I am so, so pissed. It was my first legendary piece crafted on this account. And I got the crit on the stupid plume. Don't think I'm going to kill that, so I'll just do that quick. Yeah, man, it's... Of course the plume had to crit and not the Ring of Doom. Like, are you kidding me? But, you know, it could be worse, right? But yeah, so I'll need to get... Oh, dang it. Yeah, so I'll need to open those up and then get my new marches going. I don't know how many you can still save your gold keys for the main commanders. Do you know when those are coming? Because yeah, we have the new civilization coming. Forgot about that too. Dude, I am like so behind the 8 ball here. I love doing this. I found a way to crit, but I need to make sure. Oh, I found a way to crit too. Just craft 5 of the same thing and you'll automatically get one. Found that out the hard way. No, I knew that was a thing, but... Yeah, do we know when the main commanders are coming? I'll ask. Oh, January. Well, I guess on this account, it probably doesn't matter. Do we know what the main commanders are yet? That's the real question. Am I that far behind? Have they released the main commanders? Alright, yeah, just send me it on Discord or in-game. Either one. They haven't, okay. I'll ask about that. Oh, it looks like they just responded to Shappy. We were unable to confirm more details about the commander swap. Alright guys, well I gotta get lunch. I gotta get going on the road here shortly. So we are going to be raiding Plato. So, what I want you guys to do when we get into Plato's live stream is tell him 1960 is going to lose KVK. Alright? You can tell him I sent you, but you have to tell him 1960 will lose KVK. Alright? So, let me set this up to raid him. Alright, let's see. Plato. There we go. Alright guys, I'll be there too. Make sure you tell him 1960 is losing KVK. Alright, here we go. And thank you guys for chatting the live stream. I appreciate all of you. See you later.